conceived of this, there was a bit of a moment where we were thinking people are really disillusioned, they're disappointed, they're cynical. We know that a lot of people didn't come out and vote, and this, despite the huge majority this government's got, there was a very low turnout. But some things did change, right? Some things did change. But when we conceived, and I'll talk about that a bit in terms of the election, but when we conceived of it, we thought that the theme should be courage, bravery, and freedom. Because of course we need to be brave and have courage to live freely, now more than ever. But something did happen, didn't it, in the election? We did see there was a sense of possibility. I mean, millions of people voted for a new party with new people, and that was as true for Reform as it was for people who had left Labour. And regardless of what anyone thinks of any of the particular views, some new things are happening. And I think together we realised, and I think we can all see, that there's an enormous set of opportunities for us all, but also there's a lot of challenges. And sometimes it can be, I don't know if you can be slightly terrified, sometimes it can be terrifying, right? And we see that especially with a new government, that after the last government that decided the way to deal with protests that most of the public hated was not to use the laws we had and impose authority and deal with it with the laws we had, which they could have done, was to introduce a whole new set of laws and legislation that would actually restrict all of us. And the latest weak authoritarian technocrats want to go even further. They want to go even further in curbing our free speech, in threatening social media companies, in imprisoning people for saying things and asking questions, maybe being stupid, maybe being vulgar, maybe being disgusting. But in the spirit that we might admire here of Voltaire and others, we need to be able to really say that we need to hear all the things that are terrible and disgusting and deplorable, that word, because we need to interact with one another as fellow citizens. We need to engage with one another. We need to be able to argue the merits of our arguments and convince those around us. We're not evil, we're fellow citizens in a country that's looking to find its way. And we've got weak authoritarians who are constantly not only nudging us and trying to use fear PR, but also imposing all sorts of rules and regulations and very draconian measures.